A quick riddle before we start. Why did Twitter change its name to X? I'll give you some time to come up with your answer, and I'll give my answer at the end of this episode. All right, welcome to AJ Sports with Ezekiel. And Ezekiel, thank you so much for coming around. I hope that you will definitely be impacted by all that you listen to on this very episode of AJ Sports with Ezekiel. Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of AJ Sports with Ezekiel. How have you been doing? How's the month of June been going for you as well? Thank you so much for coming around to listen to another episode here on this podcast. Today we are going to be taking a look at cancel culture. And what is cancel culture? The Oxford Dictionary defines cancel culture as the practice of excluding someone from social or professional life by refusing to communicate with them online or in real life because they have said or done something that other people do not agree with. So cancel culture is a social phenomenon where public figures or companies face widespread disapproval and withdrawal of support, often through boycott or social media campaign, after they are perceived to have acted or said something that is unacceptable. For example, individuals could lose their number of followers on their social media platforms, and for companies, they can lose their customers who buy their products or patronize their services. Social media plays a major role when it comes to cancel culture. Like someone can just make a post, a tweet, or a reel on social media and get insulted or dragged in quotes in the comment section because of whatever opinion they shared in their tweet or reel does not align with the popular accepted value about that social issue, and not because the person said something that was wrong or insulted anyone, but because the person has a different opinion than what is popularly accepted. Another way is how people can come on social media, make certain posts or tweet about how a popular or influential person in the society said something or did something in public, or how a company did something that is harmful to their customers and not apologizing about it, and then call for people to withdraw their support from this public figure or stop patronizing these companies' services or buying their products. Another way is how people can take out sections or segments from another person's reel on social media and post it on their own social media, criticizing that person for saying things that they did not imply in their original video, but they take out whatever section matches what they want to say and post on their social media and begin to criticize the other person. And because these people doing this are deemed influential, popular by their followers believe everything that is said, believe the criticism that is given, and they do not go back to confirm from the original video whether that person said what they said or meant what is being implied in this critique video. There are different reasons why people support the concept of cancel culture. They say it promotes social responsibility, where people are being careful for whatever they say or post on social media, or even for public figures and influential people. They are careful for whatever they say on social media or whatever they even do out in the public, because people are watching them, and if they perform or do anyhow, they can be called to question for it. And it's also that it holds people accountable. So if someone has actually done or said something that is wrong and unacceptable, people on social media can demand that those people apologize for whatever unacceptable thing they might have said or done. On the other hand, arguments against cancel culture is that first and foremost, it stifles freedom of speech, where people are now afraid of sharing their opinion on social media for fear of being cancelled. Another one is that cancel culture leads to unfair public shaming, where it's no longer about the opinion people shared, but people are being insulted, abused in the comment section, or their character is being questioned in the comment section. Instead of people to share their opinion in the comment section for whatever they do not agree on in this post or reel, they begin to insult instead. Another argument against cancel culture is how when vulnerable people come out to share their opinion or to share their struggles about certain social issues, and then instead they are being cancelled or shunned. They feel misunderstood, they feel unheard, and it could just lead to depression for such vulnerable people. Another argument against cancel culture is how random people can just decide to criticize popular or influential people in the society just because they want to gain social media attention and increase their number of followers. And this is quite bad because they make unfounded criticisms or spread rumors about these popular or influential people in the society. And it's very, very bad. The term cancel culture is relatively new, but the concept behind cancel culture, which is social ostracization or shunning people in the society, is actually not new at all. I remember growing up as a child in school, you hear parents tell their children, don't talk to this person, don't go around with this person. Why? Because they have unacceptable behavior or they are bad influence to their children. Or bringing it to a religious setting where a whole community or a family believes in a certain religion, and then one person decides to move to another religion or leaves religion completely, and then people or everyone begins to leave this person alone. They don't talk to the person, they don't welcome them into public gathering. They say until this person has changed their mind on whatever decision they've made, then they will be accepted back into the family or into the society. The truth is that social ostracization happened in different forms and on different levels depending on the given situation. Like some people were completely disowned from a family, exiled from a society, and some people were outrightly killed. Still speaking on religion, particularly the Christian faith, in this day and age, if someone were to share their faith or preach the gospel on social media, in the comment section, you begin to see things like keep religion out of social media, don't be a religious fanatic, don't judge us, we don't want your God here, or other insulting comments. It does not happen all the time, but we see this happen a number of times too. And if the person in question is a social media influencer or popular figure, they might begin to lose their followers because their followers begin to say things like, if this person trusts in a God that he cannot see, how can we believe or rely on whatever he tells us? Or their social media followers just begin to find excuse to stop following this social media person. And before you know it, the number of followers have drastically reduced. But when it comes to social issues, it's quite dynamic because different people can get cancelled for their opinion as far as it does not align with the widespread popular mainstream belief out there. So if it's on abortion, like women's rights to abortion, if someone shared their opinion like stop abortion, it's wrong, or stop abortion, it's a sin against God because you are killing unborn babies, you begin to see comments like, don't bring God into this, women has the right to do what they want with their body, don't be a religious fanatic, and some insulting comments here and there. Even if the person shared their opinion in a reasonable, logical, and calm manner, such person can still end up losing their followers, or some social media users can report the person's account to the social media platform, and before you know it, the social media account is temporarily blocked or permanently deleted. These things happen. Or talking about another social issue like transgender, where someone can say being a gay or being a lesbian or same-sex marriage is a sin against God. Or another person can say trans men and trans women should not be allowed into sports or other work because it brings unfairness and imbalance into those spaces. Or someone can say keep trans men out of men's bathroom and keep trans women out of women's bathroom because it can lead to other social vices or corruption in the society. And before you know it, such person can be termed as being discriminatory. How can they discriminate by saying trans women should not be allowed into women's bathroom? After all, they identify as women. And even if the person shared their opinion in a reasonable, calm, logical manner, given real life instances of how transgender is negatively impacting the society, such person could have their accounts blocked or temporarily deleted because they are seen to have committed social discrimination or hate speech, which isn't the truth at all. So what do we do as Christian believers? Do we form a Christian council of counselors and our motto will be, we unite to counsel anyone who tries to counsel any of us? Or do we stop sharing our faith on social media? Do we stop sharing the truth from God's perspective about any social issue? What do we do? Number one, we treat people with love, grace, and respect. Even if we are the ones criticized or being insulted for our opinions, let us not exchange insults for insults. Remember that these people who have opposing or different or even wrong views about a particular social issue still have the opportunity to get it right or become saved. And this can only happen if people are treated with love. Also, if someone comes to apologize for whatever unacceptable thing they've done or said in public or on social media, they should be treated with grace. Now, treating people with love, grace, and respect does not mean agreeing with everything everyone says on social media or following social media accounts that have negative influence on your beliefs and your conviction. That's not what I mean. Another thing we can do is that we should not be afraid, but we should be bold to preach the gospel, share our faith, or share opinions about whatever social issues that there are in the society. We should not be afraid. We can receive wisdom from God to know how to rightly and gently share the truth of our beliefs on social media. We can also receive wisdom to know how to respond to people who criticize us on social media. Another thing is that even if we get cancelled, do not stop sharing the gospel. Do not stop sharing your opinions on social media. If your account is blocked, create another one. Remember, as a Christian believer, you have been commissioned to preach the gospel to everyone, everywhere. You are the light of the world that you are supposed to shine the light of the gospel in the dark world around us. And you are the salt of the earth. You are supposed to preserve the right social, moral values in the society that we have. Be the kind of Christian that can be cancelled, but you can't be silenced. Thank you very much for listening to the end of this episode. I hope you've been stirred up to keep on sharing your faith on social media, keep on sharing the truth from God's perspective concerning various social issues on social media, and don't stop. Now to my quick riddle at the beginning of this episode. Why did Twitter change its name to X? Here's my answer. What is Twitter popularly known for? Twitter is popularly known for cancelling or dragging people on social media. And what is the symbol for cancel? Correct. X. So here you have it. That is why Twitter changed its name to X. Now you know something new. You're welcome. Remember to give this podcast a like, drop your comments in the comment section, share this podcast on your social media platforms with your friends, with your family. I would really appreciate. Thank you so much once again for listening to the end of this episode. Please enjoy the rest of your week and I will see you in the next episode. Bye.